Hey everybody, welcome to Double Parked. I'm your host Shaun Platt. I have a very special guest on the show today. He's toured across the country, even performed abroad for our troops overseas. He's worked with Tom Segura, Nikki Glazer, Bill Burr, you name it. The guy's magnificent. The jolly blonde giant, Jeff Zenisek, is on the show.
What up, dudes? How we doing? Yeah,
How's it going, man?
pretty good, man. It's stoked to be here. This is great. We figured it out, and now I'm ready to ball, dude.
Yeah, dude. We had some technical difficulties with the audio.
That's just how it goes. You know,
It's just how it goes. Showbiz, man.
it's showbiz. That's how the podcast things go. You know.
You know how it is.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I've had so many problems with my own podcast and just podcasts in general. So.
If you're not if you're not watching the YouTube feed, if you're listening to this on like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you probably don't realize it, but Jeff is significantly taller than me. He's a very large man. How tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, dude. How tall are you? You seem
I'm like
pretty tall.
6'1", I think.
Okay, that's tall.
It's not.
It's definitely tall.
Oh yeah, I guess it's considered tall.
I would consider that tall. Like, a lot of times people ask me, they're like, "How tall is that guy?" I'm like, I don't know, normal. Like that's how everyone is shorter than me. So there's no like,
There's no frame of reference.
yeah, there's no, yeah, like someone will be like, "Oh, that guy's pretty tall." I'm like, 6'5"? No, you know,
Shorty.
tiny, dude. Yeah. So I mean, it's just it's all relative. So, but I do see people as like, you know, I don't think you're short. You know, you're just shorter than me, which is fine.
But
Yeah.
dude, see, I think like I'm tall sometimes, and then I go out in public and I'm like, I'm not that.
You are tall though. Like, where are you hanging out at the Lakers games? Like, where are you hanging out?
Magic Johnson's house.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah, just hanging out with him, and yeah. But
yeah, man. I don't know, man. There's a lot of tall people in LA.
there's tall people. See, that's a frame of reference. Like, I don't think so. There's a lot. Like, I feel like there's a lot of Mexican people, and they're very short. A lot of them are very short. So I feel like LA is a pretty short town, I think.
Are you
But-
like Nordic? Like, what's your like lineage? Are you a
I'm-
Viking?
Yeah, I think so. I'm like part like Czech and
Okay.
like Lithuanian.
Yeah.
And my mom's like Irish, English or something.
Oh, okay.
Her last name was Thomas, so
Thomas.
we don't, you know,
Yeah.
it could be a bunch of different.
That could be anything.
Yeah, I know. I looked it up on like this like origin thing, and they're like, I don't know.
They're like, we don't know.
They're
We're
like,
gonna-
it's the most generic last name ever, so you know, who cares?
Thomas.
Yeah.
Dude, I was gonna say, I saw a bit you did, and you were talking about how people always say you look like the lead singer of Nickelback.
Yeah, yeah, I get that sometimes, you know, but I think my hair's gotten a little longer since then, so, and like the Nickelback guy has become less relevant, so,
Oh, true.
but
Well, speaking of relevant, I feel like you look more like if Chris Hemsworth and Jason Momoa had a love child,
yeah,
it would be you.
I mix those two guys up, and I have gotten that I look like those two sometimes, which is cool. That's a
Yeah.
cool one. I'd rather have that than the Nickelback guy,
Yeah, dude.
but I don't know.
You
But
should have
then-
played Thor. You
Yeah,
should've-
then fat Thor became fat in that one. In that one, I was like, "Damn it, come on, Thor!" But then I was like, "Oh, well, maybe now I can be. I can be the hot Thor if he's gonna be the fat one. You know, maybe I'll do that."
Just
So
you should pitch it to him. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, look, Thor's let himself go.
yeah, he sucks. I'm in. Come on, let me in there.
I'm younger. I'm hipper. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah,
Throw me in.
yeah,
Put me in, coach.
yeah. Was that like a CGI fat, or was he actually fat?
I wonder, dude. Honestly, it's hard to tell these days because CGI is like advanced
It's
so much.
so good.
It's so
They'll,
fantastic.
they'll put people in a movie that you're like, that guy was pretty good, and they're like, that's a cartoon. That wasn't a person. You're like, wow.
You're like, man, what an actor.
Yeah, everybody's like, you know, they say this thing about like automation and they're gonna steal our jobs or whatever, and people are like, oh, that's like cashiers at a grocery store or whatever. But it's like, no, acting too, dude.
Yeah,
we're
dude.
screwed.
We're gonna be
We're just
taken out.
they're gonna be robots doing this podcast, and we're gonna be screwed.
But you're fine, dude. You have like a really marketable look. Like I'm the one that's screwed.
I don't
You know?
I don't think you're screwed, man. I think it's all gonna be good.
Nah, dude. You
Yeah,
look
no, I think we're all fucked. I think I was trying to be positive, but we're screwed, dude.
Yeah, both of us.
They're definitely gonna make a couple of different versions of us, and it's gonna suck, and then I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. You have CGI Robert Downey Jr.
Mhm.
It's like taking Robert Downey Jr.'s jobs. That
Yeah.
would be terrible. That's the future we're looking at.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be like voice acting. That's all we can do is voice acting.
The Oscars, they're just giving it to like the CGI version of him.
Yeah.
It's like a like a projection,
Holograms,
yeah, hologram.
It's all
projection.
like, yeah, Elvis will come out even though he's been dead for like 400 years or however long he's been dead for.
Except the Oscar for Best Actor that he's been after his whole career before he plumped it on the toilet.
How are they going to give awards to the CGI people? Like, they're not, you know what I mean? It's just like, hey, that cartoon was pretty cool, Or they're
Way
just
to
gonna give
animate.
Yeah, they'll just give it to the nerd guy that like drew it digitally or whatever, I would think. So
Best Actor goes to Robert Schwitzel.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just like,
the graphic designer guy for Naughty Dog or whatever.
that'd be hilarious, man.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
man, but I so you act obviously as well as comedy.
Yeah, I mean, I try to. you
Yeah,
know.
man.
I feel like I need to kind of put it out there more, that I'm more confident in it. But
dude.
yeah, so I don't know. I'm just like, I've been doing stand up for so long that like when people are like, you act, and I'm like, whoa, I don't want to. Like, the thing I'm an expert at, I think, is comedy. I feel like I'm good at comedy because I've been doing it for a while, and then like acting. But I've been acting my whole life.
Yeah.
That's what people say.
Yeah, dude. Everyone does. You act differently with your parents than you do your buddies,
Yeah, exactly.
You're
It's
a different
all
version of yourself.
Yeah, I'm always, it's a facade everywhere I go, pretending to be a cool guy.
If everyone knew the loser that I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Nah, dude, you're awesome, man. You're probably like, you should, go after this acting stuff because you're probably one of the most marketable looks out there.
Yeah, I've heard that. But then, here's the other thing too that I didn't understand until I moved here. I moved here like 4 years ago.
Okay.
And what I didn't get about acting is people will tell you, they're like, oh, you have a unique look. Nobody looks like you. You're gonna get all kinds of roles.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to an audition,
and they all look like
it's
you.
9,000 me's, and you're like, what? Who are?
Isn't it freaky though? 'Cause
Yeah.
you're like staring at these guys like, what the
I'm
fuck?
like, are you my brother, dude? Who is this guy?
Where was your dad on the night of?
Oh, dude, my dad was getting it in, I guess, with all these different looking like me dudes out there.
He was Ron Jeremying the scene, huh?
Yeah, he was dominating. But yeah, it's a lot of. I do notice it's a lot of like foreign dudes that are like kind of like Eastern European guys. A lot of them have accents, So
you're like, I one upped you, dude.
Yeah, but
My
then
English is flawless.
I start talking, and they're like, "This is trash guy," So, but yeah.
Do you get a lot of auditions?
I like wasn't really like trying for it that much. I did a couple of commercials auditions, and then just got irritated by doing it. Like,
Same.
because it's like you like people don't I feel like a lot of people don't understand that don't do acting stuff, that like it's all day to go to like 2 auditions.
Oh yeah.
You got to drive across LA, the most heavily traffic congested city in the country. You got to go to some weird studio casting place. You sit in a room with 3,000 dudes that look exactly like you. and then you go and you read a thing that doesn't make any sense about pizza rolls, and then they're like, yeah, thanks. That was great.
Do you ever get those sides and you're like, who the fuck wrote this bullshit?
Oh,
it's like terrible. They're all terrible.
Yeah, and that's what sucks too, because they're like, just read what's on the paper, and then you're like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen, and they're like, that's not what's on the paper.
Yeah,
you gotta
read what's there.
Yeah, and then they're like, I remember there was one where they were like, it was literally about pizza rolls, and I was supposed to be a Viking, and they were like, yeah, so say these pizza rolls are good. I'm like, these pizza rolls are good, and then they were like, can you do it in a Viking accent? I'm like, what's a Viking accent? And the guy goes, I don't know.
Just throwing shit out there.
Like, well, if you don't know what it is, how are you gonna know that I nailed it?
He's like, that was spot on. That was so Viking.
Yeah, and I was like, hang 10, dude, eat some pizza rolls, bro. And they were like, that's a Southern California Viking. That's what that was.
That Viking eats vegan tacos,
and he shreds.
And drinks kombucha.
He shreds in the skate park. Do a kickflip, eat some pizza rolls.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah.
You ever have to do outdoor auditions where they're like, I had one the other day. They told me they wanted me to jump rope for 60 seconds. I couldn't jump rope for 20, dude. I kept tripping on myself.
Oh, damn.
Oh, dude, I'm so out of shape. Yeah.
Did they give you a jump rope?
No, I had to fucking buy it. See, that's the thing.
You got to bring your own jump rope.
Yeah, dude.
That's
do
bullshit.
DIY, man.
Was it the right size?
I had the right size jump rope, I think. I think I'm just out of shape. Quarantine fucked me over, dude.
The jump rope it's not easy.
Dude, I used to be good at it. I was a pitcher in high school, and like I used to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
And man, I was terrible, dude. I was standing out there tripping over myself. My girlfriend's like filming it because I stupidly didn't bring my tripod, and she's like holding the phone. And I'm like, higher, you're getting my chin, And then like some lady has a Shih Tzu behind me. It's just shitting in the shot. Doesn't give a fuck. She's like on the phone. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
With the jump rope thing, do they like? It's hard to look. Are you supposed to say stuff while you're?
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. Yeah, dude.
How are you supposed to talk while you're jumping?
Dude, that's the thing. I couldn't do it because I couldn't concentrate. Like, my mind is very simple. It's, like, very primitive.
Yeah.
I have, like, a Neanderthal mind, and it can only do certain things.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and so, like, I'm trying to jump rope and say what I have to say. And, like, I think, like, they had me say, like, oh, my workout routine, I do this. And I'm like, I can't lie. Like, it was coming across so fake.
Yeah.
Like, I clearly do not work out.
Yeah, the commercials are also ridiculous because they make you, like, it's so contrived. Because it's like they try to condense everything that they're trying to say in like 30 seconds. So it's like no one would work out and talk about the workout that they're doing while they're doing it. Like no one would do that.
That's not.
No one goes to the gym and they're like, I'm lifting weights and this is my regimen that I do. Like
they're so far removed. That's the thing. The execs and bigwigs, the producers, the directors are so far removed from like actual reality that they have no idea how normal people do things.
Yeah, and then you come in and then you're like, hey, I'm a normal person. Like, this seems like crazy. And then they're like, what are you talking about? How dare you?
How dare you question me?
You
I wrote that personally.
Yeah. There's someone that's like, hey, fuck you when you say the thing wrong or when you mess up their line or whatever. Which is like, that's an issue for me because like I want to try to memorize lines and like say exactly what they wrote. Yeah. But, like, my brain will be, like, instinctually, like, yeah, don't say that. That's stupid. Like, say something else. Make it your own, But when I took, like, an acting class and they were saying, like, to get good at, like, nailing what they wrote because, like, fights happened.
Oh, sometimes they get insulted, man.
Yeah, fights happened in a writing room to get those words on that page.
To get that shit in front of you.
Yeah.
Literal shit.
So you need to nail that shit.
Dude, that's wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize the life in LA, trying to do auditions that are bullshit and just trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah. It's gotten worse for sure with all the COVID stuff. I haven't gone out on auditions in a while, but I'm hoping to start. I'm actually trying to start getting back into it now, but yeah, so.
Well, it's starting to pick up. I had an audition for a while, and then it started to pick up. My agent just started sending me multiple things, and she's fantastic, dude. it's Howie Mandel's wife, Terry Mandel or whatever. She's
Nice.
super cool, and
Wow.
she like really works hard to like get me shit, but it's like it's tough, dude. COVID,
Yeah.
there's nothing going on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird. There's like you'll see stuff going on, but it's like I feel like LA had like this like hangout vibe. There's like a lot of like getting to know people through like just being at places or going to events and stuff like that, but like all that like stopped. Like completely stopped. And then it became this like, but it's still going on. It's just like this underground thing now, which is kind of cool. But it's also like you got to know people, which you did have to know people in the first place. But at least before you could happen to have met the right person at a place. But now there's no places.
Yeah.
So you need a secret invite to get into a place to then meet people. But if you don't already know them, then you're fucked.
Yeah,
So,
dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like
So
EPLP, drinking on the rooftop, you bump into somebody, like, oh
Yeah.
shit, it's De Niro, like
Yeah.
that
yeah.
is how it normally happens, and then now it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, I don't
Now I'm like knocking on people's doors. I'm like, hey, what's up? Isn't that crazy that we're just here right now? And they're like, why are you at my house? And
Post
they're like,
Malone's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing at my
Yeah.
house?
How do you know where I live? I'm like, oh man, I was just walking through your. He's like, we're inside of the gated neighbor. It's
You're
like
in my living
you
room.
climbed over my gate and broke into my house. I'm like, did I break in or was a window open? I mean, what's the difference?
You're in my fish tank, bro. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
so are we going to collab or what, host? Let's do it.
Is it going down, man?
I will get matching face tattoos, and we will be buds, all right? Let's make some tunes,
Yeah,
So,
dude.
yeah.
Always tired. You just
Yeah,
always awake.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be yours.
yeah. Yeah, Adderall, tats on my face or whatever.
Can't sleep.
Yeah, yeah. That was a good move by him with the
Dude,
face
that's
tats.
awesome.
Yeah, that was bold move to get the face tats.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think I could do the face tats. I don't have any tats, but I wouldn't start with a face one, I think.
I don't have any either, man, and that's
Yeah.
interesting.
That is
because
interesting.
There's fewer of us.
Yeah, I know. Like like no tattoo people became the tattoo people.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that is true though. I never
Yeah.
thought of that.
yeah,
We're like
we're
a
the
dying
unique
breed.
like
Yeah.
oh nice oh that's interesting that you have not
They're like, wait, a blank canvas. How
Yeah.
how,
yeah
how fascinating.
yeah. I do like tattoos though. I think they're cool. I can't commit to one.
Same.
I would
dude.
get something and I'd be like, oh, I hate that.
Dude, it's like Aziz Ansari had a thing about marriage, and he was like, how do people marry after knowing each other like 6 months? He's like,
Yeah.
I've had a sweater for 2 years, and I'm like, why the fuck do I have this shit? And that's how I feel about tattoos. It's like, how do I commit to something when I can't commit to like clothing that's so temporary? I could just throw it away.
That is one thing I will commit to is clothing. I
Really?
will wear the same shirt for 20 years, dude.
Well, I do that too in that aspect, yes, but I mean like the exact
Yeah.
style or
No,
whatever.
yeah,
like,
I know. Yeah.
But I do the same shit. My girl gets pissed about it. I
Mhm.
wear sweatpants everywhere. She's like, "This is LA. You can't be doing that." I'm like, it's me."
People do, but you got to get cool sweatpants. That's the thing. People are wearing cool sweatpants.
Like, I don't know how to get.
I
those.
don't know either. I mean,
Is there a
if-
cool sweatpants shop or something?
I don't know. I literally don't know. I want to know. If you are out there and you know where the cool sweatpants are to make us look cool, hit us up.
Yeah, dude.
Because like joggers. I think that
Those look cool.
This is just I see people wearing it. I'm like, that's cool. I think that guy seems like he is a cool guy. But if I feel like if I try to dress like that, I'm like, oh, I'll do that. People will be like, are you going out for a role? Like you look like you're pretending to do that.
That's how I feel. They'll
So-
sniff it out a mile away.
Yeah,
They'll be like,
yeah.
"Nah, this guy's a poser."
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, 100% will look like a poser. So, but I imagine it's like you want the pants not to go all the way down. You want them like right around here, like mid calf, and they got to have the elastic on them, right? You got.
Well, you won't have that problem. You're tall as shit.
Yeah, just normal
That'll
pants.
naturally
Like just get Yeah, those were cool. Those weren't cool, and that was just my pants. When those
and then now they're cool.
Now they're cool. I'm like, are you shitting me? Because now I found pants that fit.
You missed the boat.
And everybody's like, no, they're supposed to be short now. And I'm like, whatever, dude. But yeah.
Like, fuck you guys. I was hipster before you were.
Yeah, I was cool, man. I was wearing pants that didn't fit, and
You were ahead of the times, dude.
Yeah,
you were the Elon Musk of dressing.
Yeah, dude. I was setting trends, and yeah, I wasn't really setting any trends, but I tried. I do have like a photo shoot coming up, and I had a stylist. Like, I've never done this before, but I was like, I want to look cool.
Okay.
So I invited a stylist to come over.
I've never done that, dude. How is it fun?
No, it's not.
It's terrible.
It's not good. I feel like I threw $100 in the trash.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I have a friend that's a stylist, and I don't know if you want to give it another go. I've never used them.
I've already wasted too much money.
They might do it for free. I don't know. It's a buddy
if they
of
do
mine.
it for free, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm volunteering her services without.
I'd be down to do it for free.
She's watching this like, fuck you, Shaun. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. But I will say, in the defense of that person, they did have to look at my current wardrobe and then pick outfits from that, which probably trash.
They didn't have much to go with.
They were like, what do you want me to do with this?
You have like 5 white shirts and black jeans, and that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'm like, should I wear four shirts at once? Can I do that? That's like my style combo.
You like layer it?
Yeah. But it's just a t-shirt on a t-shirt on a t-shirt on a t-shirt.
Dude, I never understood style. I've always admired it, but I never understood it. Like Kanye.
Yeah.
How is he making money, dude?
Well, I feel like but here's the thing with style.
Yeah.
He's so he was like so famous.
Yeah.
He just, if whatever he does, people will be like, oh, that's cool because he did it. Right.
Yeah.
But like, if no one did what he did and then I did it, people would be like, that's stupid. But then he does it, people are like, oh, that's cool.
No, that really is a phenomenon.
It matters who does it, then it is cool. Because like he made like those shoes were stupid.
Yeah,
right?
they look terrible.
Then he tried to patent like pants that already existed or something.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, I'm making leather pants. And they made those so long ago.
Kanye, they made that
those
a long time ago.
already exist. We have leather pants, Kanye. And he's like,
Yeezy.
Mine are Yeezys, dude. Yeah. But the shoes were like, they like go out at the bottom and they look ridiculous.
It makes no sense ergonomically. Like
no,
actual
they
like
look
comfortable.
stupid as shit. I hate those shoes. But I don't have any style, so
True.
maybe I should get them and then people will be like, that's cool.
I'm totally fucking with you, dude. Your style is impeccable. Like, look at me. I'm dressed like I'm going to a PTA meeting.
But that's cool. You're fucking kill it at the PTA meeting. All the moms are gonna be
I
like,
want to bang all the teachers.
That dude rules. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, I know some basic stuff, but it's like literally like, here's how I style myself. I go on AmericanEagle.com because it's one of the only places that sells clothes that fit me, and then I just look at the guy on there. I'm like, okay, he's wearing those shoes with this pants.
He's got a similar skin tone.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it'll work.
Yeah. So, but now they sometimes they'll list like, they'll be like, this guy is this tall with how much pounds or whatever. And he's
Do they do that?
Sometimes, yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, they'll be like, John is 6'2" and wears a size 34 jean.
It's
or
like,
whatever.
am I dating him or am I
Yeah.
just buying the clothes? They're like, he likes long. It
what's
keeps
up,
going.
Sean?
He likes long walks on the beach. And
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going, Sean? I saw your picture on AmericanEagle.com, and you were cute, and thought we should talk.
Thought we should hang out.
Yeah, we should talk about pants and how cool it is. Yeah. But yeah,
Dating app. They have an American Eagle dating app.
yeah. That'd be cool. I wonder if models get that. They get like hit up from like a Sears catalog or something. Sears doesn't exist, does it? Is it?
Are they
Is it
still
over? I don't know.
They're probably part of some larger
I made too old of
conglomerate.
a reference. Macy's. There you go. Macy's. You're a Macy's model.
That was archaic, man. Sears.
I know.
Next, you're gonna say Eckerd's.
Yeah, Eckerd. Wow, I haven't.
Do you
seen
remember that, dude?
Yeah, dude. That
The
was
blue
like
little pill.
like a CVS store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they get bought by CVS?
I think they did. Oh no, they got bought out by
CVS. Yeah. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
You know your shit.
That was a guess, but yeah. Yeah, Walgreens or CVS or one of those.
Yeah,
but,
man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts, man. I don't know.
I don't understand these like big wigs behind all that shit. Did you see? I don't know if you saw in the news. Like, well, obviously you have, unless you were living under a rock, which you haven't been. The GameStop thing, dude. The Wall Street bets on Reddit.
Yeah, I did. I went in on that.
Dude,
that was the fucking GameStop, dude.
Dude,
they
what
got me.
the
These
fuck,
bastards. Yeah, dude. I started getting into like investing stuff on like TikTok.
Okay.
Which is a great way to get retail stock advice is from a 9-year-old on TikTok. If a 9-year-old's like, yo, buy this stock in 30 seconds, I'm like, okay.
You're like,
yes.
He must know something that I don't.
Yeah, I mean, this post has 1 million views, so
clearly,
obviously it's gonna take off. So he used a trending sound and it got, a ton of views. So of course I'm gonna buy this stock without research.
That's how everyone does it these days, man.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I did do that with a few stocks, and it all went pretty well. And then I saw several TikToks about Wall Street bets, is talking about some whatever. So then I joined it, and I was like reading stuff in there, and I'd see some interesting stock stuff. And there are people in there that like know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they know their
So they would like list like. That was helpful for a period of time. It was helpful. You'd go in there, you'd like read stuff, and then people would be like, "I'm gonna buy this thing. This is why." Blah blah blah, and all this like they'd like do all that research, And then I'd be like, "That makes sense." And I'd buy it, and then stock would go up a little bit. Then like, the GameStop one got huge in there.
Dude, that was insane, dude.
Yeah, I got in on it. Like, I just missed that one. Like, I bought it when it was at 100, and I ended up. I mean, I saw it go way up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, baby!"
You're like, "Here we go, time to cash in."
Well, I did not cash in. Because I waited. I was like, "It's gonna keep going," and then
they fucked you over.
Then they screwed me over. Then it just dropped, and then I was like, "Fuck." But then I got rid of it before I lost too much. I only lost like $20. Well,
that's not too bad.
Yeah, it was not bad. But,
yeah, some people made out like a bandit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then, but I bought like AMC, BlackBerry, what's the other one? Nokia.
Nokia might be a good one because of the 5G towers and shit.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, but I don't know. It doesn't sound good.
Well, I think it just takes time because they need to have the infrastructure for all that. So.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see the guy behind Wall Street Bets, the Keith Gill guy? Have you seen a picture of him?
No.
Dude, it's so fucking funny, dude.
What's he look like?
He looks like he looks like the Orange Ninja Turtle. Like he wears a bandana that's orange, and he looks like Michelangelo. Yeah, dude.
Nice.
He looks like Michelangelo, and he goes by Roaring Kitty. And he posts cat memes. If you get beat,
Roaring Kitty. Okay.
If you're a big stock like CEO bigwig,
and you're Roaring Kitty,
Roaring Kitty takes you down.
That's the thing now. People aren't like, we're like fusing with like robots and the internet and stuff. So it's like we talked about this earlier that like everything's gonna be CGI. Like we're not even gonna be on a podcast anymore as people. It's just gonna be CGI versions of us.
Holograms.
We're also not gonna have names like Shaun Platt and Jeff Zenisek. We're gonna have names like, Poon Slayer 69 or whatever a screen name thing would be. So that's what you're gonna see.
Mine
now.
would be Little Dick Bitch 42.
Why would that be your name?
I don't know.
With somebody that's like a prank name. It's like somebody else makes it and they're like, I made a name for you. And you're like, why did you do that?
Why do you?
Yeah.
No, I always make a joke. It's like a running joke with my friends.
Yeah.
Like, because they all say like I'm packing.
Yeah.
And so I always say that I'm a little dick bitch. So
Nice.
it's like a little joke.
That's
It's
what
a running
that's what you gotta do. You gotta that's the way to go, dude. because if you lean into like it's tiny, like it's
then it's a
not,
surprise.
Well, then people are like, oh wow, you really underplayed what that was. But if I'm like walking around like, yeah, I'm huge, fuck you, my dick's like the size of my body, f you, like.
Someone's gonna see it eventually.
Then they're gonna be like, it's only 9 inches. This is bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
So
you play it up too much.
You got to say it's less.
Always.
And then people are pleasantly surprised.
Don't sell up, sell down.
Yeah, that's right.
And then over exceed expectations.
That's the way to go. Yeah, that's what.
Dating advice from Jeff Zenisek.
Yeah, that's the dating advice. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should sell big. Because then you get in the room. You got to get in the room. That's the key.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got to get that foot in the door.
That's right. Or that penis. You got to get that penis in the door.
You got to breach the opening.
Breach the opening with your dick, like a battering ram.
Pound it through.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Follow through. You know about following through. Weren't you a tennis pro or something?
I tried to be. I tried to play pro tennis after college. I played in college, and then I went to some tennis academies. I trained there for a while, and then I played tournaments all over the country. I got my highest ranking was I was like in the top 4 in the state of Florida in men's open, and I was like 110 nationally. But I never had a world ranking. That was But
so you must suck. You weren't ranked globally, but,
well, I mean,
you're selling yourself down, dude.
Well, I mean,
that's the skill.
Yeah, there you go. Then if we play it, people will be like, "Wow, you're really good." And it's like, "Well, yeah, I did, pretty good at tennis." But
if you say like, "Oh, I'm a beast," then they won't be as impressed.
Yeah. I mean, tennis is weird. It's a weird sport because, like. Your ranking it's so like there's like in Florida there was a point in time where there was like 4 people in my state that were as good as me or better, you know what I mean? Like on paper there's probably more than that, but like it's just, I don't know, it's funny, like Novak Djokovic is number 1 in the world right now, so it's like he's number 1 in the world. In the world. So it's like I'm the best, Dude,
can you imagine?
They don't have that with like team sports. It's like who's the best baseball player? It's like subjective.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like Novak Djokovic is the best tennis player.
Yeah, there's rankings.
And
but there's rankings in those sports too, but it stops after like college. Like, the number 1 prospect, they'll say. But they don't say like the best player. Like,
but even that is like subjective too, because the number 1 prospect doesn't mean that guy, it will be number 1 picked.
Yeah, there's no projection on how it'll play out at the next level.
Yeah, it is weird. Because it's also like you might not need whatever that guy's position is or whatever.
But how does that work, dude? So like, is there like someone going around tennis courts like with a clipboard, like, oh, okay,
it's
taking tallies?
This is why tennis sucks as a sport and people don't respect it, because this would take me so long to explain. Like, you do tournaments and tournaments have points.
Okay.
So it's like if you win, you get points. So like the amount of points you have dictate your ranking. So like to start, you have to like play these low-level tournaments that aren't worth many points. Like Novak Djokovic has like tens of thousands of points. Whereas like if I played in these like futures events, the lowest level of pro, if I won 1 round, I would get 1 point. 1.
So he just,
But like the points in his tournaments are worth so much
that of course he's going to be number 1. So do you think there's someone out there that's just as good as him that isn't as
absolutely
good?
Not.
Oh no, he's a beast.
Yeah,
you're like, no, that guy,
sick,
he
dude.
slays.
No, that's what it was. It was me. I was the best player in the world. It's just he got into the higher point thing.
Fuck you, Djokovic.
I was just trading low points. That's what it was. No, but like you have to like earn those spots. Like he definitely started at that lower tier and then like won a bunch, because then once you have more points, you can play a bigger tournament that's worth more points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why it sucks, because like even if you like if you're a fan of tennis, there's people that are fans of tennis that don't understand this.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm not that big a fan of tennis, but I just recently got into it because my girl is like good, and she took me, and I fucking, dude, I suck. Man.
Really? Well, I'm getting tennis lessons if anybody's interested. So
fuck
hit me
yeah,
up.
dude.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, tennis is great. I will say it's a great pandemic friendly sport. You're 78 feet away from your opponent. You're hitting the ball with an a object that's not your hand. Yeah, you touch it in your hand. Who cares? Whatever. But But
yeah, by the time
you're
playing in the
you're
sunlight,
knocking the COVID off of it, so it's fine. You can you hold it. It's got COVID on it. You throw it up and you hit it. It knocks the COVID off, and then the guy 78 feet away, he hits it, knocking any remaining COVID off of it, and then you just keep knocking COVID off.
Imagine if that was like the only cure. You just beat the shit out of someone with COVID.
If someone has COVID, you just hit them with tennis rackets until they
just
stop
beat the
coughing.
shit out of them.
Yeah. If you're coughing, we hit you with tennis rackets until you stop, which you're either dead or you're fine. So
you're not making it.
Yeah, that's how it works. So.
Just like has all these cross hatch marks on their face.
Yeah.
What happened to you? I got cured.
Yeah. There was a dude that there's a funny YouTube video of a guy freaking out. Mikhail Yuzny. He's a tennis player, Russian guy. He loses a point and he like hits himself in the face with a racket like 20 times until then he starts bleeding profusely out of his forehead.
Jesus Christ!
So like stop playing. It was pretty hilarious.
I'm gonna have to look that up, dude.
It's awesome, dude. It was.
What was his name?
Mikhail Yuzny.
Mikhail Yuzny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I think if you just type in tennis player hits himself in face with racket,
I'm pretty sure he's the only result.
Actually, I don't know. There's a
phenomenon.
Yeah, people. I mean, tennis is not good for people that have temper issues.
Yeah,
it really is hard.
Yeah,
because it's like, at least with like a team sport, you can be like, oh, that guy fucking blew it. I went 3 for 3.
Yeah,
and this dick struck out.
There's
twice.
No scapegoats in tennis.
No, it's like you suck. You fucked up.
It's all on you.
He hit it to you. You blew it. Yeah. So yeah, it is hard because also too, however good you are, like we talked about Novak Djokovic being number 1.
Yeah.
Whoever's number 4 in the world, nobody knows. Nobody even gives a shit. I mean, I know, but no one cares.
Is it Nadal? Who is it?
No, it's like I don't know the exact ranking right now, but it's like the big 3. There's Novak Djokovic, Roger Federer, and Rafael Nadal. I think Federer's kind of fell out of the ranking. But
He's trailing.
Well, just because he's older and he's been injured, so he's not been doing as many tournaments, so his points are dropping, so he's not in the top 3 anymore, I don't think. But I'm not sure. I haven't looked into the rankings, but it was like, there's a couple other guys. Fuck, I forget their names, but yeah. But see what I'm talking about? Like, so,
no one knows who they are.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can be like number 3 in the world and like have never won a Grand Slam. Like when Nadal and Federer were like, this was in like 2008 to 2000, that era, like around 2008. There was a guy, Nikolai Davydenko.
Okay.
He was the only 2 players he can't beat is Nadal and Federer, and he's never won a Grand Slam, and no one gives a shit about that guy. Like, so he's never won like a big tournament, but he was amazing. Like he always got to the quarterfinals, semifinals. He beat everybody except for those 2.
No one cares.
No one cares.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that is a shitty way. They need to fix that somehow.
Well, it's tough because it's like, only one person can win a tennis tournament. That's what's so hard about it. Because every
it's like
week,
golf too. There's only one guy on top.
Every week you lose.
Yeah.
You're a loser playing tennis. You lose every week unless you win the tournament. But one guy.
It's like boxing, wrestling. Any of those type of sports.
But even with boxing, it's like there's not a bracketed tournament.
Yeah. It's more just a win-loss.
Because you don't want to win a boxing. If you did a boxing tournament and you had to face 128 other guys, you don't want to win that.
If there's a bracket,
you're dead.
You're like on a stretcher.
Yeah, you definitely have CTE. The final of that tournament, the boxing tournament, where you fought 8 dudes to get to the championship. It's just going to be 2 dudes on gurneys being pushed into each other for the championship.
It'd be a gladiator match.
Yeah.
Be back in the olden days.
2 nurses will roll their, gurneys into each other and go, all right, whoever's tips over, you're the winner. If you're
whoever dies first, we're just gonna. They're like just in the middle of the ring with the heart monitor going. It's just, and then everyone's just watching.
Like like a joust where they run into each other.
Jousting stretchers.
Yeah.
Dude, that's genius.
Fun. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know, but man. Tennis is fun. Boxing's great.
Speaking of fighting, did you see what happened? There was a guy it was in the news as well, a guy from OU. He's a wide receiver. His name's Spencer Jones.
Mm-mm.
So this guy over the weekend, he's kind of a dickhead, right? It's like this he looks like one of these white privileged folks, and he goes to a bar to party like a guy in college should,
This was recent?
Yeah, this happened just this past weekend. And so he goes to this bar, and I guess he's in the bathroom. That's where the video starts. And he's, like, picking on this guy much smaller than him.
Okay.
Like, just straight up being a dick. And the kid fucking handed his ass to him, dude. The smaller guy.
Okay.
Of this big wide receiver football player just beat the shit out of him, and it turns out he had a decade of MMA experience.
Wow.
Like, what kind of bad luck do you have?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you don't. That's why you don't like bully the short dude. That guy is always terrifying.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking beat the shit out. And you know what? The thing's crazy. Like, I've had my ass kicked years ago. Like, I've had my ass kicked tons of times. But, like, back then, there were no cameras when I was, like, young. There were not, like, camera phones,
Mm-hmm.
And now people are getting their ass kicked in HD.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, 4K beatdowns and shit. Like,
there's replays. It's on Barstool. Then it's on World Star. Yeah, it sucks. Then people are like, oh, you're the guy that got beat up in the McDonald's bathroom. You're McDonald's bathroom guy.
They're, like, mimicking it. Like, oh.
Yeah. They're like, nice, dude. That's cool. Yeah, like the bagel boss guy. Remember that guy?
No, what is?
You don't remember the bagel boss?
Oh yes, the little guy. He's like,
he was like this short guy.
You're not my boss.
Yeah, he like flipped out at I think girls trying to cut in line or something.
Yeah.
Man, that guy was pissed.
Dude, that shit was so funny.
But then he got like famous off of it.
Oh,
and then I think he was supposed to do a fight with somebody.
No way.
Dude, I swear to God,
a celebrity.
He was supposed to fight another guy that that was arbitrarily famous for some dumb bullshit. I think it was like this is what entertainment is now. It's like you have to have a viral moment where you freak out, become a Karen at a restaurant that you can't even go in anymore. You have to be wearing a face shield. You go in, you're like, where's my chicken nuggets or whatever, and then someone's like, hey, fuck you, and then you're like, no, and then you fight each other, then you lose. But then you go online, you talk shit, that guy sucks. Then you have like a fight, like an actual fight.
A commissioned boxing match.
A commissioned boxing match, which is more interesting than an actual boxing match for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just fights are, you want to watch a fight. It's just, if somebody shouts fight. Yeah. If we hear fight out the window, we are stopping the pod. We are going out, and we are going to watch the fight.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to try and bring the camera and film it.
We will film it.
And that's going to go on World Star. And then we'll try to get them as a guest.
Then that's our famous moment. They'll be like, these guys,
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't get famous for being the guys that taped it, that filmed the fight. Unless we participated.
Yeah. Well, true.
Yeah. I'd be like, hold the camera. I'm going to go down
I'll
there.
get some kicks in.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sick if you went viral from fighting somebody while you're filming it. Like a first person, like Call of Duty style.
Like you're wearing a GoPro.
Yeah.
Just happen to be wearing a GoPro at the bar.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting
That'd
to
be
see.
pretty sick.
Yeah.
If you go viral that way. That'd be
Dude,
pretty good.
They should do a show where it's just like the security at like bars wear GoPros and they just film all their interactions and shit and like make it a show.
Yeah.
You know?
That'd be a pretty fun show.
Be like bar brawl instead of like cops.
Yeah. It is nice seeing the body cam view isn't the best view though.
No.
Cuz you don't see the person doing it. You know what I mean? It doesn't give you the whole picture, you know? It's nice to see the person doing it.
Well, I think humans are just naturally observers. And so we want that observational point of view. We don't want to be in the POV.
Yeah. Yeah, the POV is not as
like football
fun.
POV would suck, honestly. Like I wouldn't be that interested in it.
Yeah.
Like I want to watch the whole play develop. I want to see. That's why I don't like all the fancy angles, honestly. I just kind of
Yeah, you can't see Like I play video games. I'll play like first-person shooters.
Okay.
I prefer a third-person shooter over a first-person because I can see the character. I feel like you can see more.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whereas like first-person shooter, you're like, is my body behind cover? Is it not?
Yeah, and you don't know who's behind you.
Yeah, you can't see behind you. It sucks.
Yeah.
But I play Call of Duty, so I like it.
Dude, I suck at video games. Like I grew up playing like Nintendo 64 and all that shit.
Yeah.
But like I
same.
suck at video games, dude. Like after a certain point, I think like I started to get serious with like my baseball and like partying. And
Nice. I got serious with my partying.
Got very
Nice.
serious. I was dedicated.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
dedicated.
doing coke, but like real serious. I'm very serious about my coke. I do it every day, 10,000 hours. Malcolm
Dedicated,
Gladwell.
dude.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're gonna do something,
Yeah, you got to do it better than anybody else.
yeah, dude.
Listen up, kids. If you want to do it,
My dad used to call me Shaun Sheen after Charlie Sheen. No,
Nice.
shit you not, dude.
That rules.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. Like that's
Yeah.
just terrible that
No,
that was
that-
my
that-
nickname.
Does rule. Yeah.
He's
Is
like Shaun Sheen.
What's his deal now? Is he? I haven't heard of him
dude.
since he did the tiger blood thing. And
Man, I don't honestly.
what was
I don't
that?
know.
He was just like coke rage. He was like, I rule. Like I'm awesome. I win all the time.
Dude, I saw a video. I don't know if you've seen it. He went to a Taco Bell drive-thru and he got out of the car. I guess he was ahead of the guy filming, and this guy was like, "Dude, Charlie Sheen's in this drive-thru, drunk as fuck." And like he gets out of the car, he goes up to like the window of their car and just starts mumbling nonsense. And they're like, "Dude, can I get a picture with you?" And he's like, "Yeah, bro," and all this shit. It was so crazy.
That rules. Was that recent?
I don't know, dude. I think that had to be a while ago. It must have been like right when that was happening.
Okay. See, I like when you see the vulnerability of a celebrity like that. And it's
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah.
yeah, that's cool. He goes to Taco Bell drunk as shit. I can relate to that. You know,
Yeah, dude.
I like that about him.
Like
It's very genuine as a person. So
yeah, Taco Bell is like shit during the day, but at 2 a.m, it's like
yeah, I try to not eat there anymore because it is like, it's like eating toxic waste.
oh yeah.
But it is great.
They had the nerve to
It's
say
so
that it's
good.
like I don't know what critics said it. They said that their food is like super healthy. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't.
They got like a rating that is like the healthiest fast food, and I'm like, really?
It's like here's what I don't get. Like how I can go to the grocery store, get ground beef, like just raw ground beef, and it costs more than
Oh yeah,
like how's that possible?
I don't understand it.
How is it possible to go to McDonald's and get a burger that costs less than food?
Yeah,
Because
dude,
it's not food.
and
It has to be-
exactly.
That
dude.
has to be the only logical explanation.
Well, the other thing too is like obviously they get their shit in bulk, like probably like a Costco, so like that does diminish costs some.
Mhm.
But then the other thing too is like you said, it's got to be a mixture, and I think they tested like I don't know, it was Subway, and there was a lawsuit, and they won. I think they won the lawsuit. The chicken, or no, it was the tuna fish, wasn't actual tuna fish.
Yeah, well, Subway had that whole thing with the yoga mat bread.
Yeah,
Their bread.
it wasn't. It was made from,
It's the worst.
dude.
I hate Subway so bad. It's the fucking worst.
Oh, dude, I'm Team Jimmy John's, man.
Jimmy John's is okay.
Or no, Jersey Mike's. Sorry, Jersey Mike's.
Jersey
I
Mike's
can't
is
believe I did that to
okay.
you.
I used to like Quiznos, but they're all over the place. Wawa is great.
I haven't had. You're from Florida, right?
Yeah.
What part?
Jacksonville.
Okay, I'm from South Florida. Grew up there, born and raised.
Okay.
Yeah, Florida boys.
What part?
Miami Springs, Florida. It's kind of near Hialeah. It's like right by the airport.
I've been there. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I've been all over Florida, dude. I love Florida. Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Florida. I'd never been to a Wawa.
Well,
Never.
I feel like they only recently started getting into Florida because I went to college in Virginia Beach.
Oh, okay.
And they had Wawas up there. That's the first time I had one. And like, I mean, people would be like, we would have a similar conversation with my college buddies. They'd be like, we'd be talking about like sandwich places or whatever. And they were like, have you ever had Wawa? And I'd be like, no.
The gas station?
Yeah. I was like, what is that? And they're like, it's a gas station. And I'm like, did you just suggest gas station food to me? And they're like, it's the best. And I'm like, what? Because like in Florida, we only had like Chevrons and Gates and shit where it's like it's just a gas station.
Yeah, there's no
They have
food.
sandwiches, but don't fucking buy that sandwich.
Yeah, it's like prepackaged bullshit.
Yeah, it's like sat in a truck somewhere and was so. That's what I don't get. It's like those pre-wrapped sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like that's who made that and why? Like it sat on a truck.
Like that's not handmade.
You have to get sick if you eat that.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
no way. But yeah, and it's like and it says fresh on it.
That cheese, like if cheese lasts that long, there's no way there's no preservatives. It'll be like no preservatives. I'm like, sure.
Yeah, it's only preservative.
Yeah,
it's
like,
just you're eating a preservative. Yeah. So
that shit'll be good in 50 years.
Yeah, but yeah, Wawa is like, it's fresh. They make it in front of you. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I did love their, there's like a new thing with gas stations that I guess Wawa and Sheetz has set the trend that your gas station doesn't have to be a piece of shit.
Yeah, it can actually.
It doesn't have to be a dumpster of a place. It can be nice on the inside.
Well, that can't take off in LA. It will always be a dumpster.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, they'll never have that here. There will never be a Sheetz or any of those kind of.
There'd be like homeless people throwing shit at each other.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, you can't even use the bathroom at a gas station. Or if you do, they like give you like a key that's like attached to like a muffler.
You have to sign a waiver, like, please don't sue us
and
if
then
you
there's
contract
like,
something.
it's more locks than like a bank vault.
Yeah, there's like 7
You have to like
fucking...
twist this thing, and then you go in and it's like not even clean, and you're like, "What? You're protecting this? What are you doing?
It's
just what you're trying to keep people out of." This is the worst shit I've ever seen.
like some homeless artwork on the wall and feces, just like, oh man.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's terrible. And I was talking to Craig about this on the podcast about the homeless problem. These are good people, I'm sure. Like at some point they were like magnificent people, and then they have mental illness, they're addicted to drugs, and no one's helping them. The government doesn't do shit here.
Yeah.
Like back in Texas, they pick them up, they throw all their shit in like a big dumpster and like move them to a nice area where they can get help, like a facility.
I think they move them here. It seems like they're moving them places,
but they're not
like,
putting them in a facility.
No,
they're like
no. They're just like, go to this underpass. There's.
But are they moving them during the pandemic though?
They have to be, because I have a bunch of them like they're in like near my neighborhood. I live in Toluca Lake, and there's like a couple of underpasses there, and they're on like Lancashire. There's a huge encampment there that was not there pre-pandemic. I used to like walk through there, and now you can't. Like the entire sidewalk is like engulfed with like a massive homeless,
poop and pee and
everything, dude. And then the city, they started putting they put porta potties there for the homeless people to not use. They're still shitting in the street. And then and then they have like a little hand wash station or whatever. But that also, it's growing even more because of that, because it's like So yeah, it's weird. And I'll see like cars there, like there's like business going on in there or something.
They're like selling crack and shit.
Something, dude. And then there's like stories of like encampment shit.
Like a 3-story
yeah, there's like a
shanty house.
Yeah, it's like I live in a 1-bedroom. And there's some of these homeless guys got like 2-story tents going.
They got
on.
it better than you.
Yeah. No rent. It's cheaper than my rent. That's for sure.
Hell yeah, dude.
But
free air condition.
Yeah, free.
Free AC.
Free needles on the ground or whatever.
Hypodermic needles.
Yeah, I like that thing where they say that about like the homeless situation. They're like, well, it's because the rent is so high. They say that. They're like, well, rent's astronomical, and that's
if
why
rent was down, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah, it's like that's not why. Yeah. If my rent went up $50, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna just shit on the street now. I guess I'm just gonna not live here. I'm gonna go.
Rent is too expensive. Instead of moving to any of the other 50 states,
I guess I'll just do crack under a bridge.
Yeah. Get some homeless now.
Yeah.
There's no other viable option.
Yeah. $1,500. Yeah, I'll pay that. $1,550. I'm shitting under the sidewalk.
And people are completely in denial because, like, seriously, even if, like, and I'm not saying it's easy by any means, there was a period of time where I was, like, bouncing around friends' houses back in the day, because I was just into drugs and partying. Yeah. And it's like that is the problem, is drugs and mental illness. And it's just like these people, if they really wanted to go somewhere that is more affordable, like, this is the worst place to be. Like, Texas, I was paying a quarter of what I pay here. Yeah. And I had about 3/4 more space in my apartment. I had more amenities. Yeah. Like, I have no amenities here, you know? Like,
dude, absolutely not. I know.
I had a gym and fucking hot tub and
yeah. It's crazy what shit costs in other places. It's like infuriating. Like I go back to Florida to like visit my friends. We go to a bar and it's like I'll get 3 drinks at a bar and they'll be like, "Your bill's $15."
I'm like, yes.
$15? Did you fuck that up? And they're like, no. And they think I'm like,
yeah, they think you're crazy.
They think I'm like, how is it 15? They think I'm like, how is it $15? Like, it should be.
Oh, they
cheaper.
think you're being cheap.
They're like, oh, sorry, all the specials are off. I'm like, these weren't specials. This is just the most it could cost. And
wait, this is your expensive shit?
Dude. Yeah, it's like a beer is like $12 here.
Dude, it's fucking insane.
It sucks. Yeah. And now it's like you got to do it outside next to the homeless guys because now we're outside drinking.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I used to spend $50 and I got myself drunk. I paid for my friend to get drunk and maybe like a few other people in the bar, like shots all night. $50 in Texas. In Arlington, Texas, there's this amazing dive bar. It's called Tonstoffel. Mm-hmm. It stands for like there's no such thing as a free lunch or something like that.
Nice.
It's like an acronym. And the Tonstoffel is this fucking seedy dive bar, but it's like super dark in there. It's got smoke fucking stains on the tiles, the roof tiles. But you go back in there and you just fucking chill, dude. And no one gives a shit. Everyone knows everybody. You go there, you play pool and throw darts, and like $50 gets you drunk.
That's cool, man. Yeah, there's not really that vibe here.
No,
I've noticed. I don't really. There are like hole in the wall bars that are cool, but like, I mean, I haven't had that in a long time just because everything's been closed. But it does seem like things are gonna start opening up soon. I mean, I went to a bar yesterday with my buddy outside and shit. So it seems like things are starting to kind of. And I'm starting to also see like traffic in town, which. Not happy about, but it also is a good sign because that means like people are like doing things. So,
do you like bougie bars or you like more of the dive scene?
I like the dive scene, dude.
Same.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, first of all, I go in there and they're like, "He's not cool. He's not wearing those cool ass joggers we were talking about."
Where's his joggers, man?
Yeah, what's he doing? Wearing pants that fit? What a dickhead. Yeah, I'm just not. I don't get it. It's too expensive. I don't.
Dude, I don't see the appeal either. My girl yesterday, you mentioned you were at a bar yesterday. My girl took me to EPLP with.
I used to live right by there.
Really?
I've been there a couple times. Yeah.
Dude, first time ever going there because I haven't really ventured out much in LA.
Bougie, dude.
Dude, oh my gosh, she took me there because it was like her cousin just moved from Colorado, and he's an air traffic controller, and it was his birthday. His 21st birthday, so we're like, let's take him out. He doesn't know anybody out here. It's his 21st. He can't spend it inside, so she picked the bar. I shouldn't have let her pick the bar because he's just dude. He's like me. He doesn't care. So she picks this bougie ass fucking place. We go up there. We go on the rooftop, and it's exactly what you would picture a bougie rooftop bar to look
Oh,
like.
dude, it's the bougie. Like, you can go there and just, like, it looks like people are wearing Halloween costumes. Like, people are wearing, like, goofy-ass hats that are, like, $7,000.
They're wearing Yeezys, man.
Yeah, they're wearing Yeezys. They're wearing goofy shit. I mean, yeah, it's the epitome of, like, people, like, trying too hard, it seems like.
Dude, it was terrible.
Me, you know.
The
But
drink prices? Oh.
Yeah, drinks are insane. They're, like, $30 a drink. It's,
Dude.
like, yeah. It's not that bad. It's, like, 15-ish.
Yeah, the ones I was seeing, it was, like, for a cocktail, a basic cocktail, it was going to be around between $15 and $25.
Yeah, that's pretty standard in that area, I guess.
It's just a lot to me coming from Texas.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
like,
I know. Yeah, I mean,
fuck.
you take a girl on a date, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, you're breaking the bank.
Damn it. Yeah. So, but that's what's cool about the COVID thing now. It's like, just, hey, let's come to my apartment, just drink 2 White Claws, and that's it.
Yeah, dude.
We're just gonna watch Netflix, and everything's closed. We can't go anywhere. So, yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta like really, I guess, woo her to the point where she gets distracted, and you wait till about the time those stores close, all the restaurants close, and then you're like, oh, we missed it. Man.
Yeah, we missed it. Yeah, I mean, like, during the pandemic, at the height of it, everything was just closed anyway. So all you could do was, like, order food and then, like, eat at your apartment, which was, it's fun for a little bit, but I'm so tired of it, dude.
Yeah, dude, it gets old, man.
Yeah. I miss, like, hanging at clubs and doing, like, comedy shows, like being in the back of a room during a comedy show. I mean, honestly, I don't think I was doing it enough. I wasn't hanging around town enough. But, that'll change when things open up for sure. I'm going to start doing more of that. Yeah,
dude. I mean, you're incredibly funny. I see you touring all over. I mean, you have already. And
thanks, man.
I see you just taking off, man.
I'm trying to take off,
Yeah.
I almost just left town,
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I almost moved to Nashville.
Don't do that, man.
No, I'm not. I'm stuck here, bro.
This is where you belong, man. You're going to blow up. Because if you can conquer the LA comedy scene, you conquer any bar you go to, any fucking comedy club.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I still think there's opportunities here. I'm going to stick it out, so.
Yeah, man. You have what it takes, man. You're incredible.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's very sweet. But yeah.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah,
Is there anything
anything I want to plug?
Yeah.
Yeah, check out my my podcast, Two Woke Boys, TOO Woke Boys. My Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, it's just my name, Jeff Zenisek. And yeah, that's it. Follow me on my socials. I'll be posting, trying to get back out on tour, so hopefully get out there soon. So
yeah. Do you have a website where you're gonna have the tour dates and stuff?
I do have a website, jeffzenisek.com. I'll tour dates will be up there, but definitely on my Instagram for sure.
Follow him on Instagram so you could catch those tour dates. And thank you very much for coming on the show, man.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
Hell yeah, man. This was fun.
Yeah, man.
All right. Follow, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
Enjoyed this episode of Double Parked?
That was fun.
Yeah, right. That was fun.
Subscribe now on all platforms.